One thing which we have realized is that the space is not where you put yourself before service. You have to kind of look at how you service people, and with that approach, whatever you do will have magical impact. But the moment you put yourself first, when you develop a business plan and think of your organization, or maybe starts with an individual and then ends, perhaps continues through the organization. So once you put that up front, then there's a big chance of failure, because there's a big gap between how we imagine a need and how the need actually translates on the ground. So therefore it is always good to think like them, be with them, and if they start thinking for themselves, that would be the best thing possible. So the moment you learn and be a part of the community, not kind of even rely on an organization like Drishtee, come and spend time directly. So learn that, and that will remain with you. You can always put yourself in the shoes of a rural dweller, and that would help you design your products. And perhaps the more interesting thing would be that if they design the products together, and the chances of failure would be minimum. Design the supply chain together, design the packaging together, all of that has to happen. I think for the outside world, the world which is concerned, which is doing quite a bit, they have to really understand what it means to support an inclusive business. I think there's a lot of peripheral understanding which is guiding the policies today, and that is very natural, because for all the people who in the Western world, when they look at the problem in Africa, when they look at the problem in India, they always try and relate that with them, while the context is very different. So what could be the priority of a villager may be very different from the priority that you set for the same thing. And a villager would always like to kind of move with his or her priority, and that is the understanding which has to come in. Otherwise there will be a lot of money spent and very little which will come out of it. The impact would be very limited. So I do imagine that in the next 5 years that realization will come, and things would already, I'm seeing that change happening, and that will get accelerated.